Out here in the shop, figured I'd show you some of the things we're working on. Got another little project here with the turbo. Had to do a little bit of work to make a decent turbo setup here. Got this 4240. Man wanted a little more horsepower. Actually, no, that's an untrue statement. He wanted a lot more horsepower. So we put together this little setup. Actually, we had another setup on there. You may remember from one of my previous videos. And he decided that the horsepower that he was hoping to get from it, because he's going to do a little tractor pull and he's going to do a little bit of field work with it, but not a whole lot, but he's going to take it to some pulls. He wanted to get 400 or 500 horsepower, and the turbo setup that we had put together would be enough for a solid 300, 350. It'd be pushing it to go a lot more than that, so we had to build a whole different setup. This is it. We obviously had to hand fit everything. The boys made its exhaust pipe up here, the exhaust elbow, and you see it has these bolts here. That's for safety when you're pulling. If the turbo exhaust turbine shaft, the wheel breaks off of it or blows up, this will stop it from coming all the way out, and hopefully it'll keep it where it can't do any harm, keep the pieces from shooting out the exhaust. But we also have these, we opted to put a computer system on there, keep track of things. There's air pressure, and we got one for temperature and fuel pressure, and I'll show you some more of the changes we had to make the piping and everything for it. You can see from this side we've had to change a little bit on the cooling system plumbing. It was this factory water manifold that also holds the thermostats was not going to fit with this turbo setup and the piping and whatever, so we had to do a little bit of changing around. As you see, we don't have the intake pipe that leads to the turbo on there. That's in the other room. Here it is right there. I'll show you. It's changed it from having the filter above in front of the radiator to it's going to be a nice K&N filter under the hood there. This K&N filter here is capable of flowing enough to make the horsepower that we were intending to get. It's going to sit right here, but I didn't want that on there. I wanted to show you some more of the turbo piping and some of the different sensors, sensing fuel, pressure. Got these lines and had to bend them and put them on there for the inline pump. This tractor comes with a rotary pump, but it's got an inline pump on an A pump, capable of putting out enough fuel to keep 400 or 500 horsepower fed. So you see these aluminum housings here. Since we couldn't run the stock water manifold, we had to put these on here. Boys just have these elbows coming up out of there. It's kind of hard to see where it is. but got those elbows coming up out of there and then running up here. These have the thermostats in them because you couldn't run the stock manifold that was also the thermostat housing. These nice little aluminum units are pretty handy for putting in line there, and I just have this elbow with a couple pipes coming in it to lead them to the radiator. So I thought it was a pretty neat setup. It's kind of a challenge to get all the piping in there and everything, and bending the lines. I thought the boys did a real good job bending those lines and everything, getting the pump on there and timed up. But I thought that was a pretty neat setup. This is viewed from the top. How it all goes together. And it's surprising that there is enough room there for that filter with that big intake pipe. So, and we've got it all to come out the stock hole in the hood. So the exhaust comes out the stock hole in the hood. Well, when we get it fired up, hopefully this weekend, we'll have to film that. I'm probably going to put this up before we do that, and when we put it on dyno, we'll probably do a video then too. But anyhow, just want to show you a few things we do here, and be glad to build one for you all. Anybody wants a setup like that. I think the setup that we took off of it, that we built and did that video of, it's that's for sale. So just let us know if you're interested. We'll catch you later. When we get it fired up, hopefully this weekend, we'll